Hey guys, welcome back to the Midnight Sessions. So we're back in Pokemon Leaf Green, where we're about to head into the Rock Tunnel. And at the moment, our team is Butterfree, Rattata, Mankey, Squirtle, and Pidgey. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now real quick, we should check what we can catch here. We can get Zubat, Geodude, Paris, or Clefairy. So we're more than likely going to get a Zubat. Hey. If it's a Zubat, should I? Well, actually, I might swap into Rattata, because Rattata is going to be more able to not kill things instantly. Yep, Zubat. Now the rules of a Nuzlocke say that you can only use the first Pokemon you catch in a route, but our Nuzlocke, because it's going to affect later games, I think it's actually going to be more worth our while not to catch Zubat, because we've got at the moment 2 different flying Pokemon. We don't really need a third one. Poison, I don't think we're super going to need. So yeah, I think we're just going to stick with that team. We'll let this guy go. We don't need him. And that means that in later games we'll still be able to catch a Zubat. Because it's going to matter more. There'll be times when we really desperately need a Pokemon, and it'll be nice to have the option to catch a Zubat then. So we'll leave that open. And we found Bullet Seed. Awesome. Now we are going to fight every trainer, because that's just the way it is. Okay, so Weedle. One thing that the later games, I think it started in like X and Y, did that I'm not like super happy with, like, is this again? I think I mentioned last episode how they changed Poison to be a little less brutal. Well, they actually changed how the XP share works in X and Y, where instead of it training up one Pokemon at a time, it trains up like all of them, I think. And you get the XP share really early on in that game, and also, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, catching Pokemon gives your team XP. And I think this is a good thing, like especially for Nuzlocke, because it takes a lot of the grinding out of it, and grinding's a bit sort of, it's not fun. It's not like entertaining to watch. But I think this is one of those things where, like, it annoyed me because it's something I was used to, you know. I was used to the like brutal Poison, and like when new players get it a bit easier, I'm like, ugh, how dare you? How dare you have it easier than me? It's like old man syndrome. So Rattata's leveled up, and we've defeated Bugcatcher Ken. Awesome. I think, yeah, there's an item up here. A Paralyze here. Awesome. I'll have to update my my handy dandy checklist as well, to show that we actively caught nothing in this area. Because there is a difference between, like, oh hang on, oh, every time I tab out it stops the animation, so I'll do that now. Where are we looking? Mount Moon. Caught none. because it's important that we differentiate between having not caught anything there and having encountered a Pokemon and not caught it. The difference being that if we just haven't caught anything there, we could come back later and have another crack. So we've got Misty next. But I think before then we've got Gary again, don't we? What does Gary have? Gary's got a Bulbasaur, which we can deal with Superfly. He's got a Bulbasaur. He's got a Pidgey. What else? Does he have an Eevee at this point? Maybe no. He has a Rattata because it evolves into Raticate, and then he stops having it eventually. Sorry if you can hear my dog. I'm not actually sure if it's my dog or if it's a dog from somewhere else in the neighborhood. Oh. Okay. We'll send Mankey in and we'll hope for an enormous karate chop. Ooh, that's pretty important actually. It's important to remember that Clefairy in this game isn't fairy type yet. That's something I think that's funny about the addition of fairy typing is that like I know that there was no way around it, but I like that like Pokemon like Clefairy and Jigglypuff were like weak to fighting and they'd be like one hit KO'd and then they add fairy typing and all of a sudden they resist it. And it's like, well, you just decided that you weren't going to get hit so badly. Like, what's up? Okay, who do we want up the front? What did I say was in here? Paris, Geodude, Zubat. Okay, apart from Geodude, Chad can deal with this. And if Geodude comes up, we'll just swap into Squirtle. Okay. I used to always think that, oh, okay, speak of the Geodude. Actually, he probably doesn't have, like, Rock Throw or anything yet. We'll see how it goes. Mudsport, okay. The single most useless move in the game. Especially considering most Pokemon that have it are like ground type and they don't need to care about electricity anyway. Yeah, I used to think that running made you like more susceptible to finding a Pokemon and like being attacked, but it's just a flat rate. I guess because you're running, you're covering more ground more quickly. Oh man, there's so many like little things that like everyone thought was a mechanic back in the day. Like I remember one of my friends telling me that if you wanted to catch a Pokemon, you had to do like a specific like set of button presses, and like that would guarantee you caught the Pokemon. And that like if you didn't catch the Pokemon, it's because you didn't input it correctly or something. And it's all like, what's the term, like false positives or something? What does this guy? Does this guy have a Magnemite? He has a Magnemite, I'll be upset. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like false positives or confirmation bias or something along those lines where it's like, what is it? It's called like negative conditioning or something in psychology, where I'm not even sure if that's correct, but like, you know, people say that if you break a mirror, you'll have 7 years bad luck, or if you walk under a ladder, you'll have bad luck. And so nobody does those things and nobody has bad luck. So everyone's like, wow, I guess you were right. Okay, the big question is, does a Thunder Shock? Thunder Shock doesn't kill me. And he would be defensive, not specially defensive. Psychic's weak against Steel. Oh man. Okay, everything's fine. Okay, only Mankey can do. Mankey's the only Pokemon we have for Magnemite. This is the problem. I even knew he had Magnemite, and I was like, whatever. Karate Chop's probably going to do more damage. Yeah. I remember the last episode I said the important thing with Nuzlocke is to be prepared and to know who has what Pokemon. And I knew what Pokemon he had, and yet I went in unprepared. Voltorb. What are the chances that Voltorb has self-destruct? Not at level 11, right? Surely. Oh, he could have Sonic Boom, actually. Okay. Remember, I've dabbled with like making my own Pokemon game before, because it's not difficult. There are like tools out there to help you do it. You know, I've had a bit of a crack, and I'm still working on one, albeit very slowly, because I'm the type of person who, like, you know, when things are going smoothly, I'll work and I'll work and I'll work. As soon as I hit like the slightest bit of trouble, it's like, oh, I guess I better have a break for like several months. Sorry, you might be able to hear my dad in the background. But yeah, I remember I wanted to have a bit of variety in the first few routes, because there was, like, you always see like the same few like normal type Pokemon. And I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'll put like a grass type, or water type, and a fire type, so that like you can get some good coverage early on. And the Pokemon I chose was, the water Pokemon I chose was Buizel. And I really like Buizel, but it turns out Buizel gets Sonic Boom like really early on. And so you'd walk into the grass and he'd Sonic Boom you. And Sonic Boom always does, like, I can't remember if it's 40 or 60, but it would just like one hit everything I sent in. And I was like, okay, this is super not balanced. So I live in fear of Sonic Boom and Dragon Rage. I can't remember who would have Dragon Rage in this game. Like Dratini or like Gibble. Except Gibble's not in this game. Like Bagon? Yeah, Bagon would be the only one. And this is what I'm saying. We've just got to be a little bit aware of who has what Pokemon and what Pokemon have what moves. The other one we've got to be a little bit careful for is Wobbuffet. I don't know how much he's in this game, but my lord, I've had Nuzlocke ended by Wobbuffet, where he's just Destiny bonded my favorite Pokemon, and I've been like, well, I'm not playing this game again. Oh well. Bugcatcher, 3 Pokemon, Caterpie. Probably shouldn't be using Chad for this. Those dogs across the road have been barking for like a solid half hour at this point. Hopefully they're not bothering you guys. I'm not sure if you can hear them. I'll check in post, but and sorry if it's frustrating you guys that I'm like taking my time in the caves, like, to go and fight everyone. I just think it's important to make sure that my Pokemon are like relatively high leveled, especially considering we've got 5 of them and we've got to train them a lot. I mean, I'm keen for Squirtle to evolve so that I can do something a little more interesting with them. Sorry guys, that's my dog. I'll be back in a second. Sorry about that, guys. The problem might not be fixed, but it's at least sorted now. Remedied, I suppose. Okay. I can't even remember what I was talking about now. This does tend to be the way with me, right? I lose my train of thought really easily. Okay. I can't remember which... Oh, rat candy's really nice. What's this one? Escape room. Awesome. I can't remember which ladders are the important one. I think we have to go all the way to the end. That's fine. We're going to go down every ladder because, of course, we might make it easy on ourselves. Also, I like the idea of an escape rope in this game. I like that the caves are mostly flat and yet the escape rope can help you get back out. Oh jeez. It's funny because because when I was making my own game, you can see all the preset things that Game Freak use when they make the game, and one of them is the encounter rate. So you can see how many steps it'll usually take for you to find a Pokemon in the grass, as opposed to how many steps it'll take to find one in a cave. And the cave one is significantly more. You're not supposed to find as many Pokemon per step, but it doesn't feel like it sometimes. Poison powder. Yeah, we don't need string shot. I think I'd rather keep Harden so that we can make our boy just a little bit beefy. Let's put Castanet up front. Keep everyone the same level. Oh, spooky. Oh, Paris. Okay. That is my dog. Hopefully he's not too loud. He knows he's not supposed to come in here, but he tries anyway. He's figured out that if he bounces himself on the door at a particular rate, he can open the door. And I love him to death, but he's not particularly well potty trained yet. So we try to keep him in hard floor rooms. And so my room's the only one in the house which has carpet. And so he's not allowed in here, but he tries his best anyway. Okay. I'm really sorry guys, I'm gonna have to go deal with this. Sorry again about that, guys. Yeah, he's a lovely boy, but he can get a little bit not needy, but when my dad goes to bed, he decides that it's my obligation to play with him. And to be fair, I normally would be around this time of night. I'd be giving him lots of cuddles and stuff, but I'm trying to record at the moment, so he's a sweetie pie. Okay, so we've got our first encounter with Team Rocket. I probably could have stayed in with Squirtle here, but I was half expecting I don't know what I was half expecting. I guess I was half expecting like Zubat, and for some reason I thought that somebody else would be better against Zubat. I guess because Squirtle's paralyzed. Yeah, I'll swap for Rattata. I know a lot of people like to play on set mode in Nuzlocke, and that's where you don't get the choice to swap out when your opponent's sending in a new Pokemon. And to me, that makes more sense because that's how it is in competitive. Like, you don't get the chance to react to what they're sending out, but I don't know. I'm making it hard enough for myself as it is. Maybe if we're finding this game a little bit too easy, we can switch that on, because that's something you can change at any point during the game. Okay, so we've beaten our first Team Rocket Grunt. I don't think this area goes very far. No, right here. We found a star piece. And what we're actually going to do, it's probably a bit of a waste, but I'm going to use one of our escape ropes, because I want it to come heal anyway, and this will make it slightly quicker. I'd love you to heal my Pokemon, please. Okay, now we've got to go to the next ladder. I know this is kind of a silly thing, but I like to have all my Pokemon in order of level. Like, I know it doesn't make any difference whatsoever, but I enjoy it for some reason. I'm the kind of guy who, like, I'm not particularly organized all the time, but when I am, I like things to be like meticulously organized. There wasn't a ladder down below us, was there? I don't think so. Okay. Oh, who's this guy? He's no one. Okay. Geodude. We're just gonna run from Geodude, because all we've got is normal moves, so. Got it. It's way bigger in here than I thought. The cave systems in Pokemon are like very meticulously laid out. I doubt you'd find many caves in real life that are so like roomy and like corridory, I suppose. Okay, we're actually gonna swap into Chad. So I think God, it's just grass poison. I know he's grass. I don't know if he's poison yet, but we'll hit him with the confusion and we'll see. Yeah, he's grass poison. Okay. I feel like Rattata should evolve pretty soon. Just the vibe I'm getting. Hyperfang. I can't remember what Hyperfang does, but I remember it's sick. Let's have a look. Its quick attack's 40. Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. That might be like the biggest power spike in like Pokemon history. Which is a bit excessive, but yeah, geez, look at that. Wasn't a crit or anything, it's just absurdly powerful. Okay. Well, we know we're keeping that boy around for a while. Geodude, perfect. It's a shiny Geodude. Oh man, he just looks like a poo. I'm sorry, but he does. That's a very sort of fecal colour. See you later, shiny Geodude. Wish I could have caught you, but alas. Can we just avoid this guy? Thief. That is thematic. I feel like there's something on that little rock there. I have to go have a look. How you doing, Zubat? Supersonic. Oh man, confusion's the worst. I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm not a huge fan of like randomness in games. Like where like a coin flip can determine like the outcome of a game. Gosh, those dogs are still going at it. Like a game like Hearthstone, where like yes, there's a lot of randomness in it, but you don't rely on randomness for the most part. Okay, I like Hearthstone, and it's like the random effects are fun. And I guess also in games like Hearthstone, where it's like a lot of smaller games, like if you lose one, it doesn't so much matter, unless you're like 12, 11 and 2 in arena or something, or if you're going for rank 1 legend. But I don't so much mind in Hearthstone. But in something like this, where it's like, if your Pokemon hits itself, then you lose that Pokemon. I'm like, really not a fan of that. Yeah, well done, Alpha. Water gun, awesome. Is there any room and reason for me to keep Bubble? Bubbles. Bubble on its own is weaker than Tackle. But with Stab, it's good. But we don't need it because it's an awful, awful move in reality. We'll stay in with Ekans. I don't think Ekans can kill me. Attack doesn't matter because we're a special attacker. Okay, this is fine. Is this a speed tire or is he faster than me? Or maybe I was imagining things. Very nicely done, Squirtle. I think I remember last episode. It was the last episode of the episode before, where I was saying that I didn't want to be like wasting a lot of time. Like I didn't want to be like many. Yeah, there's Nathan. Like many episodes in, and like having not really achieved much. And yet I feel like that's what's going to happen with this. Because the only thing I want to cut out in terms of gameplay is grinding. But when like a lot of the grinding comes just from like clearing an area, then like I don't want you guys to miss anything. Like in terms of like actual gameplay and story. Is there anything up here? Yeah. Okay. Next trainer. How you doing, youngster? I did come to explore the cave, but most importantly I came to get to the other side of the cave. I think every Pokemon player can agree that caves are the worst aspect of this game. Maybe like surfing, like anything where you're constantly in fear of just being stopped by a random Pokemon, and not being able to do anything about it. The good news is that our next gym, we don't particularly have to train anything up in terms of being able to defeat the gym or being weak to the gym, because none of our team is strong against or weak to water. But I think we'll level Squirtle up, because water's not going to be effective against water, I don't think. And also because it'll be nice to have a War Turtle by the end of the episode. Well, here we go. Yeah, if we can get a War Turtle, I get to stop and do some art, so that's always a bonus. I feel like Pidgey will evolve soon too. The only one that's not going to evolve for a while is Mankey. Because I think Mankey doesn't evolve till level 40 or something. Something really high. It's a problem with 2-stage evolutions. Well, Pokemon with only one evolution, I guess, is more accurate. Because I think in the TCG, stage 2 evolution is actually the third Pokemon. And that doesn't make, I understand what they mean, but I don't like it. Oh man. Onyx. Okay, I think this should get Squirtle over the edge. There we go. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Squirtle. Let's see it. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to stop now because I can't remember how it goes. But at the end it goes. Hang on. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. Very nice, War Turtle. Okay, I'm gonna pause right there, and I'm gonna do a bit of art. And I'll see you guys on the other side. And welcome back. I've added War Turtle to the team. Oops, missed an item. Hope you guys like the little turtle shell I did. I felt the need to point out that it was a turtle shell because it does look just a bit like a donut. So, tiny mushroom? No. Okay. So let's continue on into Mountain Moon. Another Paris. Okay. I don't think Infusion's going to do much to this guy, is it? Oh no. Oh, I'm so sick of Stunsport though. Okay. I might actually keep Butterfree up the front until there's a trainer battle, because I would rather my Pokemon didn't get paralyzed anymore. Also, I think I'm gonna have a significant amount of editing to do on this video, considering having to stop to calm my dog down and to do some art. So I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, the more I look at that War Turtle, the more happy I am with it. You know, I quite like the setup we've got on the side of the screen. Yeah, it's not as complicated or as like streamlined or, you know, objectively good as some other ones. But I like it. Yeah. Can't paralyze me. This is the thing about like bad handmade art is that, like, you know, you can tell that the person put effort into it. It's not cold or anything. It's not cold and efficient. It's got heart. You guys know I've got heart now. There we go. Like, there could be an item I'm missing further up there. But I'm not going back for it because I am sick of this. I'd forgotten how not stressful, but like less, more difficult Nuzlocks were. And there's a lot more to think about. Like, I remember back in the day when I used to only use Blaziken. Oh, lads. This isn't good. Wow, I might actually, I'm not gonna. Oh, man. Genuinely devastated. I'm gonna update the scoreboard live this time. Rest in peace, Butterfree. Oh. I'll always remember you. Oh, I should get rid of the. Okay. Man, our first ever. Our first loss. I'm genuinely upset about that. We had a real bond with Chad. I trained him all the way up to a Butterfree, and he was. Oh, man. Butterfree was like. It was our first, like, you know, fully, like evolved, strong Pokemon, you know? We worked so hard to get him there, too. He was the weakest one in our team, and then we got him there, and he was a beast. He's only been a Butterfree, like, 5 minutes. Oh, man, I'm genuinely getting emotional. It's just the thing about Nuzlocke is that, you know, it's not real until you lose a Pokemon, and then it's like, oh, damn. I feel like I should say a few words. Chad, it seems we barely knew you. We met you in Viridian Forest, I believe. It's since then, when you were a Caterpie, you've blossomed into a Metapod, and then you blossomed even more into a beautiful Butterfree. Rest in peace, Butterfree. I'll always remember you. Okay. Okay, we're not taking any more chances. Like, that shouldn't have killed Butterfree. Like, the reason I was so shocked is because it just shouldn't have killed him. Like, was that a critical hit, or was it just like a surprisingly strong move? Did I not notice, like, it's like defense being lowered? What even happened? Okay, no more chances. Jesus. Now I've got to take real good care of Pidgey, because we passed up Zubat because we had 2 flying Pokemon, and now we don't. And so is the curse of the Nuzlocke. We've got to be near the end of the like cave system, surely, right? Yeah, I think we missed an item back there, but we don't worry about these things. We've just had a whole world put into perspective. Okay. No more chances. Putting Alpha up front. I'm healing him for 9 health or whatever it is. 11. Putting our big guns up front. Reviving a Pokemon to get us huge riches. If only you could revive Butterfree. That genuinely terrified me, because I'm like, Hyper Fang's a big move. I was like, this is where I lose my starter. He's gonna one-hit my Wartortle. Oh, jeez. I'm all shook up now, dude. Okay, we leveled up Alpha again. Alpha's going to be a little bit over-leveled compared to the rest of the team, but that's okay, we're protecting him. I think we've just got one more fight to go, and then we're out of this darn cave. How you doing? I can't remember what this guy has. If it's a Magnemite, I'm going to be devastated. Grimer. Okay, we can deal with Grimer. Butterfree would have been able to deal with Grimer really easily. But killed by a Rattata. I mean, I'm going to be like devastated about this for a while. I'm going to have a break between recordings. Oh, please don't poison my Wartortle. Okay. I think we've got an antidote in the bag. Voltorb. Yeah, we should switch. Switch to Mankey. I'm so scared now. I'm like, life is so fragile. Anyone could be taken. Oh. Go on, one-hit Mankey. This is going to be a common theme for a while. It's me expecting things to do a lot more than they do. I'm living in fear. Poor Butterfree. Surely this guy doesn't know self-destruct, right? Surely not. Oh, you better not poison him. I don't know if I have enough antidotes for this. Genuinely, I don't know. I think I might only have one left, which means we're gonna have to like actively heal up our along the way. What if we run out of potions? Okay, Superfly leveled up. Okay, well, first things first, let's see. Whew. Okay, exactly 2 antidotes. Oops. I'll put Redditor up front. Helix or Dome? Good Dome. I can't remember which one's which. But I doubt we'll be using them. Okay, I don't think there's any more battles in here. Oh man, this has been an eventful episode. Like, I know that there wasn't like a lot going on for a while, but oh, another antidote. Okay, I guess they knew that we were gonna run into that problem. Okay, we finally escaped Mount Moon, which is awful. So that's where we're gonna leave the episode. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.